Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if you can hear me on full stream, but I am definitely here. Definitely live. How are we all today? We doing good? You can't actually see me, but you can hear me. You can hear me! Ah! Podcast is back. Podcast is back. It was good. It's good to be back. Yeah, Paolo's currently indisposed, so he'll be back in Memento. Kerry, you traitor! Get in my stream. Yeah, this is the first podcast we've done in a long time. Had issues. We lost the podcast for a bit. The podcast's back and it's here to stay because you lot love it. How was the move? Fuck me, Torn. Has it been that long? Dude, I've half developed half my house, man. I guess this is good. Ryan's your uncle's name, Zigama? Oh, your uncle was a fucking legend. I'm a bit red boy. It's because we're talking Skype phone rather than Discord. Ooh, you come here. And I've got about 95 web pages open just because that is how we think. How are you lot in chat? And my chat. Twitch fans, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for popping in. Dalton, thank you very much for following me on the route. I'm like 3 or 6 people off, somewhere between there. Over 5. I'm like 5 people off hitting 300. What's up, Pyro? What's up, Queen? What's up? What's up, what's up, Crackpot? What's up, Becca? What's up, Tyler? What's up, Top Angel K? Big Crafty, Reddit K. Everyone. Let's be honest, no one's going to be on my chat. Angel, feel free to pop in. I got my own crew as well. Come say hey. Guys, what we're doing is we're just waiting for Clark to get back. Bless him. Everyone needs to tell him to wash his hands when he comes back, okay? Because he needs to wash his hands. Hygiene is the most important thing in life. Get a new mic. I'm calling through Skype, man. We have to use Skype to use the podcast. We are not playing any games tonight. We are playing the podcast. Yeah, I sound pretty sick on my own podcast. It's just because you guys have got to remember that Paul is halfway around the world as well, man. So, connections, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, everyone, to host me, Bio, Badger, Ninja, Angis, LVD, Subvicious. How have you guys found Tuesday? Is Tuesday been good to you? Yes, I am on Twitch right now, Tor. 98. Righteous Gaming. You guys know my name. because Paul hasn't updated.
Hi.
Paul hasn't updated his YouTube stream now. So it technically says we're playing Rainbow Six, but we're not.
Excuse me, sir. Why is your voice?
There.
Why is your microphone dead crap on Skype?
Because Skype is shit.
But it sounds like you're using your webcam or something.
It's not. It's definitely my mic.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think you can fix it? Because on my end, it's really crap.
I will try.
Welcome to the Dysfunctional Podcast, kids. How's it going?
I haven't touched anything since we were setting shit up, mate.
Well, something's happened because you seem a bit distant now.
It
Did you say something?
It might be because I am streaming now.
Right, there you go. That might be better. Right, so if I go, kaboof. Hi, guys. Yes, I did indeed wash my hands. There we go. So you should be over there right now. So if I go, hi, how's it going? Right, so this is going to confuse the crap out of me and my little tiny mind. Oops, daisies, don't do that. I nearly brought the
fucking hell, mate.
Everything's out of whack now. Right, so this is going to be weird. So I'm looking at you, but I've got chat over here, and I've got all my other things over here. So, peeps, before we get started, if I keep looking over to this side, it's because I'm looking at you, okay? So if this is going to boggle my head. So camera, Ryan's fatted is over here, and then I've got chat and everything else to make sure that everything's fine. But is everything good? Everything seems fine. I've got the music for when we have a break. I've got everything set up. It's good to be back, mate. It's good to be back.
Yeah?
Yeah, right, go on. I think we're good. I think we're good. He says we're good. All is good. Right, now we can start. Musak.
Chat good as well. Some of them were asking, what the fuck's a podcast?
This mess is what a podcast is going to be.
Podcast?
Let me move that over there so I'm kind of more central. There we go.
Oh, just haven't just done this shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll still be in line. I'm still in line on mine. I've only moved the thing. Get over it, bro. Don't worry about it. This is live entertainment, this kid's. Go on.
I'm out. Fuck, pop filter in the face.
That's because you've not set it up properly, bro. That's because you've not set it up properly, mate. Sorry, but that's the way it is.
Shit, by the way, people. Don't use this shit.
Oh yeah, kids. If we get delays and stuff, then I do apologize, but we're in different countries, so if it gets a little bit laggy and whatever, then we apologize. Do you want me to move it back, mate, a little bit, or can you adjust it on the fly? You sure?
No, you're good.
All right,
you're
mate.
good, everyone, as well. You're more than welcome
bro.
to be in my stream and Paul's YouTube. No one's gonna get aggy about it. All right, that's fine. It's fine. By the way, this is what started everything. This podcast, right? So this is the shit that started everything that me and Paul really do. So yeah, we got it back.
Yeah, we did. There's one noticeable difference though for those of us that have been with us from the start.
We are missing a member. Aaron has stated he does not want to do the podcast anymore.
Yes.
So we are missing Aaron from down here or over here, wherever he would have been. But yeah. So it's just me and Paul. And what that means is basically we're going to, in the future, depending on the development of the podcast, if we're going to get a special guest. So we've got some people in mind. Yeah, we might do.
Yeah, man. We've got a few peeps. We might do it. We'll see how it goes for like the next few episodes with just us two. And then obviously when we get sick of each other, then we'll invite other people to come on as a third guest. But it might just be a case of like we can only get one person every so often. So most of the time it might just be me and thee, and then we can get more people in if and when they become available. But we're easing out the cracks is what we're doing. We're easing out the cracks. And the overlay and everything will be more professional. This is just me.
Yeah, this
like
is
5 minutes for this crap. So,
5 minutes.
All right, 5.5. Come on.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm drinking. You're hydrating.
Healthy.
Other beers are available. That brand wasn't just there, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Dysfunctional podcast is back.
Whoop whoop.
We're gonna try and make this a more regular thing. If you wonder why I keep flicking my head, it's because same as Paul, my chat's over here and Paul's here, so I want to address you both, and so is my camera. I'm not in some like 60s rave like Big Fish.
But we
Little
could
Fish,
be.
cardboard
We
box.
could. We
Yeah.
could be. We could use this as an audition tape if you really wanted to.
Well, yeah,
We could do that. We could do that. Caroline, incidentally, has just put her name forward, so that's an idea. We could get Caroline in. I don't know if she knows much about video games and stuff, but we could get her in.
She
I don't
knows
know
a
if she knows
shitload
much
about WoW.
I don't know if she knows much about anything, to be honest, but I mean, I'm sure we could kind of make a video with her in.
Wow. Setting off the podcast with pure fire.
Right, are we starting or what?
Yeah. All right, so let's crack on before shit gets real. Okay, so as you may know, Paul is on Hollybob, so he's miles away.
Hollybob, but working at the same time, so it's not technically a Hollybob, but I admire your
worky Bob.
Yes, it's a working holiday here in Narnia, which is currently raining right now, which I'm pretty certain that's the reason why I left England in the first place, was to avoid this. But never mind, it's all good. It's just a little blip.
So that's why you're getting streams from Paul at late night if you're in the UK, and streams from me work time, because time zones.
Yeah.
Those beautiful things that exist, which fuck everything up.
Yeah.
But this obviously won't be the case. Well, it might not be the case for the definite future, but we'll have to see. So yeah, that's basically update of us.
Yeah.
So let's get to nitty gritty.
Is that section done? Then is that section done?
Yeah. I've got to work on this. It's been a while. Like, fading
Mate.
in between sections. You know what I mean, bro? There's not really much more I can update about this. Mate,
chat, right? Just
pitch.
a little bit of a heads up, right? Before we started doing it, as I was doing like the overlay and stuff, so I wasn't really listening. But he gave me a bit of a quick rundown about what we're gonna do, and the first bit was an update, and apparently that was only a minute long. So God knows how long the rest of it's gonna be.
Yeah. So filler content, mate. Yes. Swiftly moving on.
It's going well, Liz. I like it.
Is basically what we've been up to, what we've been doing. As some of you may know, I've been doing some fucking stupid streams recently.
The ASMR stream.
We've been doing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, which you guys might start to get a little bit sick about, but fuck you. We're still gonna.
That's not mine. That wasn't me that said that. That was him and his stream. That he can do. I care about you, people. I care about you, all of you, everyone in the chat, and everyone that watches this afterwards. But yeah, quick side note of that.
I just don't like your opinions. That's
right. All right. That's I do. Right. Okay. I take everyone seriously. Okay. So, but just going back to that, I have been on a very big Rainbow Six Siege kick. I live stream it a lot, but I don't turn everything into a video, so it's not gonna get turned into a Rainbow Six Siege channel, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I really like that game. I think it's a sign of a good game is when you keep dying and you keep wanting to come back for more. So for the time being, I'm really enjoying that. But go on, continue. I know this isn't the part that we're talking about Rainbow Six Siege and games, but go on, continue.
No, it is because this is the games we've been playing. Section.
That was a segue. That was a
good transition there. You see
we're getting back into it, mate. We're getting back into it.
Get back to me.
Yeah, man. So that's one game that I've been playing recently, and I really like. I put in, apparently Steam lies, but Steam says that I've put about 90 odd hours into it. But I think some of that is the whole. What?
You've done a lot of gaming. You do a few big stints of.
But I
90
really
hours
like
does sound
it.
a bit too much.
I really like it. But as I said, like I think that's the sign of a good game is when you keep dying and you keep wanting to come back for more, and then you rage quit, and then you watch a video YouTube of it, and you're like, I have to play it again. So you just get back on it. I think that's the sign of a good game. I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's like the rose tinted spectacles might come off in like about a week or so, and in which case I'll never play it again. But for the time being, I'm really enjoying it.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Because you aren't the fan of it, are you? Really? You ain't the fans of the Rainbow Six Siege right now.
It's wearing thin.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's getting to the point where I'm just like, yeah, you know, like,
But then they bring like you get that, and then they bring out some new people. Like they're about to bring out like 2 new operators, I think, from like Australia or something like that. And then I guess they might bring a map out in the near future. I don't know. I mean, I'm not clued into the community by any stretch of the imagination because I've just started. But I think it's one of those games where they can maybe, as a developer, you can probably sense when that's gonna happen, like in the general consensus of the population, like, oh, everyone's getting board of it now, we need to spice it up by adding new stuff. Do you know what I mean?
So, big words you're using here, mate.
I know, mate.
You catching up here, chap.
Bloody water, mate. It's amazing. I don't know if I used them in the right sentence or whatever, but I mean, I'm going with it. It sounded alright to me, yeah. Something in the water today, mate. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I don't know if it's gonna last much longer, but I mean, I'm well and truly gonna ride this pony until that happens. And especially if you play it with mates, though, I think that's the big thing as well. Like, because the first time that we played it was when it was free, and it was last year, and we did the 24-hour live stream thing, and we played it for like 2 hours or something, didn't we?
At the wrong time.
Yeah.
We were tired, and we didn't realize how fucking in depth this game was. And
Yeah,
we were just
yeah.
shit. Let's get back to Rocket League quick before you crash.
So it was like one of the 500 games that we played in a 24-hour window for like half an hour. And then obviously since then I never played it again.
Yeah, I do like that we stuck to it. And we've continued to play it because that 24-hour live stream, as amazing as that 24-hour charity fundraiser was, it painted a dark picture of Rainbow Six Siege in my head because that's all I remembered it as being a shit game. I was tired.
I remember. Yeah. That's the same with me because I thought I might buy it after that, and then I played it and I was like, nah, it's not for me, kind of thing. And then fast forward another year on, and then they do another free weekend, which we played like a few weeks ago or a month ago, whenever that was, and then you start seriously putting time into it, and then I remember you saying it to me first that you wanted to buy it, so I knew you were getting it for like 15 quid on sale through Steam, and then I was like, right, well, I may as well buy it then, and then it just kind of took off from there. But I think it's so much better when you've got mates as well, like when you play it regularly, like with mates and everyone's on the same, then it's just better than playing it on your own, kind of thing.
I don't know if I could play that on my own. It's definitely a team and a friend game rather than in Barry No Mates.
I've played it once or twice on my own, and it's you just have to get used to speaking to people that you'd never met before, you know, because it is that game that you have to build teammates like really quickly and stuff, because there's only so many times you can mark an area, do you know what I mean, when you have to actually use physical words like do that, do this, and whatever, you know.
The only thing I do find quite disappointing is the community is fucking toxic.
It's toxic, mate. It's horrible, isn't it? Yeah.
Everyone is an asshole.
Like I heard that CS:GO was bad. I've only played that a few times. I didn't get into it anywhere near that I've been getting into Rainbow Six, but I've heard that that's like a bad community to like be a part of or whatever, or just to experience in general. But this is. If this isn't as bad as Counter-Strike, I don't even want to know what Counter-Strike's like. Because bloody hell, man, there's a lot of, like,
it does take the enjoyment out of it sometimes, and I'm just fuck off, basically. Well, you guys have heard me on the stream. I just don't care. I just shoot him. Even if he's in the same team. I don't give a fuck. Like. Yeah, hey, one day he might turn up to my door and actually shoot me. Like, it's happened before. Yeah. Like, not a great subject to talk about, but you never know. Like, wasn't
that in the news or something, like, recently? Like, I don't know if it was Rainbow Six. I think it was Counter-Strike, wasn't it, or something? Like, someone like like someone had someone in the back pocket or whatever, and was like saying it's easy and whatever, and then this guy kind of like found out where he lived in America. Of course, it was American. No offense to Americans that are watching, but I mean, he found out where he lived and went over there and like shot him or something. Didn't he, or something? I don't know. Yep. It was something like that. It was something like extreme, just over like a
I think he got knifed. The guy got knifed, something and like the guy then went around and shot him or something like that. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, like so yeah, we've been streaming that a lot. You've been doing some recordings of other stuff. I've been doing something called ASMR Doom, which is just the most stupidest shit in the world, but it's so fun. It's not actually fun. It's not. It's so difficult. If you guys don't know what ASMR is, have a quick Google. It's like autonomous sensory module rendition. I don't know. I made half that up. It sounds good.
This is the chat that he's just shitting at right now.
Yeah.
Shitting.
So it's basically when you speak in a really soft, relaxing tone, and it's autonomous sensory meridian response. There we go. I've got it as a command in my
Nice.
chat. Thanks, Becca. You'll get a gold star. Yeah, so it's when you speak like, "Hello, my name is Ryan," and you speak really monotone.
I think there is a science to it, mate.
Nuts for it. They've loved it. They've loved it.
I think there is a science to it. I don't know if it's just as easy as just like speaking into the microphone like this. I think there is like a certain science. Like you've got to pronounce words certain ways and whatever. Otherwise, everyone will be doing it, mate. I do know it's popular though. I do know it's very popular.
It is popular, and the thing is, a lot of people have liked it on the channel. The reason they like it is because I'm playing Doom on hard mode. So I'm playing a very aggressive, metal, full-on, fast action game in a slow, like calming voice, which is incredibly difficult to do. And I think everyone in the chats love watching me squirm and doing that. And obviously, I'm playing Doom, which is one of my favorite games anyway. So if you haven't seen it, come check it out. It's a crack. Like even Paul says for me to stop doing it on his streams because it triggers him.
No, it doesn't. I'm fine with it. It triggers chat that watch me. That's what it is. Like you always get a few people going, why is he whispering into the microphone? It's like, it's ASMR, love. I don't care what it is. Just get him to stop it. Otherwise, I'm leaving. I'm like, all right.
A couple of people has referred it to having a lady issue. So it's quite funny. I'm not going to say what it is, but hey. So speaking of like the horror games and stuff, you have finally done Resident Evil 7. How do you feel?
I completed that in like 2 weeks, mate. It was good. I enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed that game. And if it's not so big-headed for me to say, I think it's one of the best series I've ever done. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe? In my opinion, yeah.
Also, The Walking Dead, because that's a big series for you.
I don't know, mate. I don't mean in like a big series. I just meant in terms of like, I was proud of it. Like, you know, like you know, like when you have a good stream and you know it was a good stream because like you chatted like for 95% of it and it was really funny and whatever. Like you just know, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. Because one of the biggest things about it was because I was using a webcam and I changed it up for that series and I was like doing like longer edits and it wasn't kind of like short like jump cuts and stuff. Like I knew I had to be on the ball more because I knew that if you made a mistake, then either you have to incorporate it into the video or you have to start everything again, which never happened, by the way. So it forced me to kind of like do like a one take, be on the ball kind of thing for the whole entire process, which was good, which I've never really done before. But yeah, no, I in terms of the game, I enjoyed it. It scared me quite a lot at the very beginning. But then towards the end, and I think I said it in a video, like it wasn't scary anymore. It was just annoying because like they came back and back again and back again, and you just couldn't get rid of like the molded people that were in it. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the story. I liked how it all came together. And I liked how there was some sort of connection between the actual Resident Evil lore or whatever, especially like the ending. No spoilers.
What the fuck? Sorry, mate. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've got random notifications going off. Like, StreamJar is just randomly activating itself, and I've got crazy shit going on.
Professionalism at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't.
Oh my
he didn't
God.
expect
I'm
to turn
so sorry,
it off
everyone.
like I did. You know, he didn't. You know,
it was my Twitch alerts, which I haven't connected with Twitch, so I don't know why they're connected. But hey, anyway, that was hilarious. Back to what you were saying.
Just turn it off on OBS, man. That's all you have to do. Click of a button, it's done, mate. Click of a button, it's sorted.
I didn't do that.
And then you have to turn it off in like actual StreamJar as well or something. So yeah, no. In a nutshell, good game. I enjoyed it. I like the story. I thought it was clever. The only thing that maybe could have changed a little bit, in my opinion, was like the whole kind of deciding between who you wanted to save and who you wanted to like not save. I'm trying to do this without giving any spoilers, by the way. So basically, I did some research in terms of the alternative ending, because there's two endings. The alternative ending, and apparently it didn't really make much of a difference anyway.
Right.
So I mean, it's good in the fact that you don't have to go back and play it all again and whatever. But it's not so good in the fact that it's just got the exact same ending, really. And apart from you say different things at the end in like the last cutscene and stuff, like that was it. It's not like The Walking Dead kind of changes and alternate kind of endings and things like that with that. But yeah, so I enjoyed it. I'm gonna do the DLC. I'm getting it. I was gonna get it last night, but then I found.
I was gonna ask
you,
are you gonna do the DLC?
Yeah. I found out that we were gonna do this yesterday, so I ended up postponing it. But I will be downloading it and buying it and stuff today, and then probably doing it tomorrow morning, maybe, or Friday morning. Yeah, because there's two additional DLC for that. I think like one's Volume 1 and one's Volume 2.
I think it's released at present, isn't it? Or is
no, they're both out. But they're two separate like DLCs. I think one's like Volume 1 with like a mission in or 2 missions or something, and then Volume 2 is the one with the card game that I've heard so much about. Like I think it's
card game. Hello.
Yeah, it's
hello.
Like one of the characters in the game was kind of like he gave you like traps and puzzles to solve, kind of like Saw.
All right.
So I think the card game in the Volume 2 is very much like you against the person. I think it's just a game of 21 basically. But if you mess up, then you lose a finger or something like that. It's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit gruesome. So yeah.
Okay. That sounds pretty fucking decent. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm actually got it off a friend. He's let me borrow it.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to play it. Not because I don't want to.
Oh.
Simply because I don't think I'm going to enjoy it. I've seen, so many playthroughs. I think I could just do it anyway without. And I know what's coming. So as soon as that's happened, I'm not going to be scared of it. And I think I'm just going to get more frustrated with it than anything, which I think my community would like, because they like to see me pissed off, which is quite funny. So I might do it just for them. But I'm not really going to get fussed about it.
Yeah. You could like do that within a few days or a week or whatever, because as you said, you know what kind of like what to do and what to expect, and then you can maybe do the DLCs blind, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I know people completed it in 3 and a bit hours, so that makes me feel a bit happier.
Yeah. So maybe you just don't watch any footage for like the DLC, and then you just do that blindly or something. Because that's exactly the same with me and like Until Dawn and stuff like that. Because I didn't have a PS4 when that came out. I was like, I'm never gonna get to play this. So I just watch other people play it. And now I've actually got a PS4, and people are asking me to play it. I'm like, well, I can, but I kind of still remember like what's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna get the full effect of it, if you know what I mean.
You guys want ASMR Resident Evil 7? Fucking hell, that's gonna be difficult.
Do it, bro. Do it.
I've got my ASMR for my next game, so don't worry.
Nice.
Hidden. Talking about scary games, I'm playing the world famous FxGamerOfficial Alien Isolation on hard mode, and I'm drinking halfway through it as well. It's savage. How you've completed this game? I have no idea. You must have not done it on hard mode.
I know. I mean, I play everything on normal. I don't play it on easy, and I don't play it on hard, because if it's too hard, then I'll never progress, and I'll get frustrated because I'm not getting anything done for a video or whatever. And if it's too easy, it's just obviously just too easy.
The game is the AI of that alien is incredible.
Apparently, well, not apparently, because I've heard it and I know it to be true, because a lot of people have told me about it. But there's a mode in it where you can turn your microphone on. So
yeah,
the
which is
alien
shit for
hears...
streaming, so I didn't do that.
Oh no, yeah, don't do that. But I mean, I don't know how it would work, because you just put your microphone on the other side of the room, wouldn't you? Really, and just pointless. You're not just gonna go, "Hi, alien." You're not gonna entice it or whatever. No, it goes, I know exactly where it is.
Dude, I tell that thing to Foxtrot Oscar nearly every second of the game. Okay. Yep. And every time it kills me, I'm drinking. Every time I die, I drink. Okay. So I'm slightly intoxicated and going,
yep,
like this, and then it'll be like, and then it just come and kill me, and I'm just like, you bastard,
Yeah,
you know. I actually, the first time I put it on, I had a Alien Isolation community come into the stream, and they were like, "Is this guy playing this for the first time?" And in my community was going, "Yes," and he's half cut, and they're like, "Is he playing on hard?" And he was like, "Yes," and they were like, "This guy's an idiot." And I was like, "Oh, okay, so a fully fledged community is telling me I'm an idiot. I've done something wrong here." But I'm at chapter 11. I'm in it.
Yeah, because I came in and saw your last live stream for a fair bit, and you looked like towards the end, mate. From what I remember, I mean, it's been a while since I played it, but you looked kind of like you're getting there.
Yeah, it's a struggle, and I'll be happy when it's done.
Mate, I just can't wait for you to get to the end bit where you go into the nest. That's gonna be funny as fuck.
Oh,
really,
great!
Really
there's a nest. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that wasn't even a spoiler, mate. That wasn't even a spoiler. I knew about that. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that to happen. I think that was where I got my most bits for the compilation at the nest bit, to be honest, because it's just brutal, and that was on normal. So
there is
good luck to it.
About it though. There's a lot of going one place to another place, which goes back to the same place, and you go back all again. It's like crossing a lot of paths.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people say this, and the map design is nice, but it's really like, come on now.
Yeah, but I think that's because it's set in space, isn't it? It's set in space on a ship. Like, it's not set on like a foreign, like there's only, like, for instance, like Resident Evil, the first one, or even the latest one, like if you set it in like an enclosed space like a house or something, there's only so much you can do. Like, there's only so much, like, you can go down in the basement or go into a garden or whatever. So it's the same with that game. Like, you're on a massive space station or whatever, or in a spaceship, and
and I suppose, think about it, I suppose they don't want it to just be like single levels until you progress to kill the alien.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It to be a struggle, and okay.
I mean,
you make sense with your game logic. Okay,
yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's about time I do make some sort of sense. But I mean, I like when I was playing it, like, and then you have to go back. It didn't really feel like backtracking because you still had to listen out for the alien and stuff. So it was still a mission in itself, going back to places that you've already visited, because you know that he's there and everywhere, and he can come down at any point. That's what I really liked about that game, is the fact that there was no escaping him. Like, you had to deal with him when he dropped down, and it was random when he dropped down. Like, there were certain times where he dropped down and kill me, and then the next, like, when you load up the save game again and then you do that section again, you know, right, he's gonna come down here, and he wouldn't. So then you keep going, and then it's like random, and he's right behind you, and you need to hide into it. That's what I liked about that game. The
AI is amazing. Yes, I'm really impressed with the way they do that. And apparently it gets more and more difficult the harder the difficulty is. And I think there's only one more above what I'm on. So I dread to think how difficult it is then, because it's one, it's an insta kill, and two, save points are so few and far between. It's horrible.
That was the one thing that I didn't like about that game, but not in like a bad way. It was like it was a bad thing because it was a bastard, is what it was. But yeah, because you couldn't like manually save anywhere you wanted to, like you had to specifically go to those save points, and then like the worst feeling ever was when you were in the room with the alien and there's a save point right there and he's blocking it, and you have to kind of, you have to get there, but you can't run to it because he can stab you as you're saving it, in which case you don't get to save
gives you about 5 seconds before you get saved, and you're just like, hurry up.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
So
horrible.
it's a great game. It's a great game.
It is good fun. I do recommend it. I got it for a steal on Steam for £8. The whole entire everything, the DLC, everything. So that is an amazing purchase. It was like 89% off or something like that, which I was like, boom, yes. So I've also started playing Far Cry 4 recently. I loved it when I got my PlayStation PS, my PS4. I actually got the bundle pack of Far Cry 4 when I got my PlayStation, so that's how old my console is. But yeah, it's a great little game. It's co-op as well. So yeah, it's a good fun, and I basically play that on my chill out days.
Yeah. You can complete that in like the first 20 minutes, can't you, or something?
15 minutes you can complete the game in.
which we did on the stream. We sat there and we waited for 15 minutes talking about crap and then completed the game. So I think there's like 3 endings in total.
Okay. Right.
So yeah, I think we're going to try and do them
Nice.
and do that. But yeah, it's not a bad little game. What games have you been doing for recordings then, dude?
I've been trying to get like one-offs done because where I am and whatever, there's other people in the house and around the house and whatever that they're like, it's kind of difficult to get stuff done, but not, you know, it's more personal, kind of like I feel like a tit doing it, you know what I mean? So the opportunities that I do get, I'm tending to do like a lot of indie games and one-off games like Blacksmith Simulator or like my little Black Shop or whatever the hell it's called, which was really good. But I've started doing 911 Operator, which was a really good game. Which is exactly what it sounds like. You are a 911 operator, so you get these phone calls and you have to like decide whether they're hoaxes or whether they're worth doing it. And then you have to dispatch whatever you need, be it fire engines or police or ambulance to like that set location and whatever. And as you imagine, it can get quite hectic, which is pretty cool. Started playing A Story About My Uncle, which is a game that you've got, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Great game.
That. Yeah, I got that for like $1.99, and I know that Markiplier did it ages ago when it first came out. And as far as I know, I don't think it's a very long game, so that could be something that I could do like a short series of.
I think it'll be like a 2 or 3 episoder. It's quite good though. It's quite nice.
Well, I recorded for about an hour. I did like 2 half-an-hour like videos on it. So I'm probably, you know, almost there anyway. Because I honestly don't know how long they can keep it going anyway with like a game like that with the storyline it is. What else have I played? I just like a bunch of little one-off indie games like Raft. I've been playing a little bit of. They've got like a new update for that, so you have to download it again because they've added like more stuff to it. I think that you can like. Is
that the one where you're slapping the shark?
Yeah, you're literally on a raft, and then you've got to expand the raft and survival on. It's a survival kind of game on a raft basically with a shark. Yes. Yeah. And just odd little games like that. Really, I played Conan. I did like 45 minutes of recording session of that. I don't know if I'm going to release it or whatever because I don't know if it's any good. I'll have to find out when I've edited it.
Yeah, but, like, I've been playing a lot of Conan.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I didn't get that out. Like all the other games, like Forest and Ark and stuff, you see a tree and you need bark for X, Y, and Z, right, to survive for like a fire and whatever and cook food. So you go over to the tree and you start punching it. That doesn't work in Conan. You can punch the tree, but nothing comes out of it. You have to actually go around and find branches in like the sand and stuff. Yeah. And the AI is not very good. It just doesn't feel like a finished game. And it's early access. It's very early access. Yeah. Which is another thing that's pissing me off is that people need to stop doing that crap. Because that's a whole
section we're going to come on in a minute. Right?
Yeah. Because that does my head in. Because there's too many of them nowadays. So yeah, like I was playing it and I was just like not really enjoying it, and I think you can obviously tell that when you don't enjoy a game, because the AI was just crap. Like the AI, you had to like physically go up to the AI for the AI to attack you, kind of thing.
So I've put about 40 hours in.
Oh wow! So you're actually enjoying it, then?
Yeah. I've really been playing it. Like nice. It's very similar to Ark, almost identical to Ark, as in with the learning like recipes and stuff like that, and
yeah,
ways of building stuff, of leveling up. The reason I've been playing it is because I've been playing with Stu, aka Live Gamer, whatever his name is, Live Games TV now. He has his own dedicated server. He got gifted one, so we've been playing on that. So yeah, we've been on there just building stuff, like exploring. There are stuff adding every day. They do. The devs are possibly the most active, responsive devs I've ever seen. You email them or tweet them, they will tweet you back with an answer, which is fantastic.
Okay,
they cool. Actively want to develop the game, which is brilliant.
That's good. Yeah.
As you said, it is very much still alpha, very much still early access, and it's a bit annoying that they released a game for 40 quid when it's so early access. But the reason they might have done it is because they need monies to make it.
Yeah. I mean, I would never pay 40 quid for it. Like that's my judgment. Like I wouldn't have even played it if I didn't get code for it, but luckily enough I got code for it, and that's why I made a video, and that's why I've got it, kind of thing. But I'd never paid 40 quid of it. Never. Not
I think
not
it's
right
going to
now.
be
Anyway.
interesting later on.
Yeah,
I think it might go the way of the forest, where it takes a while for it to happen.
Yeah.
Which the forest is a fantastic game.
Yes, that is. I was more impressed with that game than I was expecting to be. Because I saw videos when it first came out and stuff, and I was like, it's good, but again, it's an early access survival game and blah blah blah. But then I think we played it at the right time. I think we let it develop enough just so there's like more of just like a base game there, and then there's an actual ending to it now, which is something to progress towards. Whereas like other games like that just have early access alpha, there's no end game to like work towards, kind of thing. But I really enjoyed playing that and streaming that.
But by the way, if you haven't played the forest, there is no indication on how to complete it. It is literally an open world survivor. There is an ending. You have to go and find the story. Okay, which we did, and it's amazing. Like a wicked ending. So go and do it. It's classed as a horror game, mainly because it's just gory and stuff like that, and there are people coming around trying to attack you.
There are jumpy bits in there, yeah. But in terms of like
mainly in the caves because it's dark, and that's it. But yeah, it's a good game. Good game. Definitely one worth getting. We've also been doing a lot of co-op stuff, as you guys have noticed. We've been playing Dark Souls 3 17 times. We've been playing
Dark
Sniper Elite
Souls 3.
4.
You mean Dead Space 3,
Dead
lad?
Space.
You're getting giddy for your 400 followers, subscribers special.
I'm actually getting sketched out about it now.
Because it might happen, It might happen.
I didn't think it would, but it might. So yeah, Dead Space 3. We started, I lost the save. Oh, I don't know actually what happened. We started, something happened, then we stopped playing it. Started again, and my saves got corrupted. So Paul has his, so hopefully we're going to still continue with that.
Touchwood. Hopefully we still. But we need to fit it in around like Sniper Elite 4, because I think Sniper Elite 4 is our main go-to game now, because it's brand new and everyone's like, play it and whatever. But we need to just find out like one day or whatever.
It takes an hour to get a mission done.
It does, because there's so much to do. I think what we need to do from now on, mate, is like the same thing that I do whenever I play through, is just don't do side missions, just do the main bit. Just do the main.
I think you're right.
Just do the main. But I speaking of that game, I really enjoy it. I think it's.
I do. Yeah, it's much better than the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, as a company and like a developer and a publisher and whatever for that game, I think they found a formula that worked in terms of like, you know, it's a sniper game and they've got the kill cam and the kill cam never gets old and whatever, and they've got all these, but they've added to it, which is good. I never played Sniper.
They've extended it like Mortal Kombat did with their Bone Breaker feature. Do you know what I mean? The X-ray feature. Like they just got more and more and more graphical. Not as in gory, and actually graphically, visually there, which is perfect. That's what you want to see when you shoot someone from like 600 yards away and you just hit them in the head and you see their skull just go. It's perfect.
But I think what they do well as well is the fact that it's not every time you get a shot. Like, it's not every time you get a kill shot. It's like they pick the moments perfectly, and then like they'll go, right, okay, this is like the 5th one he's done, so we're gonna zoom in on this one and then do the X-ray shot. It's not like every time you shoot you get an X-ray shot, you know.
One thing that I do have to say is a bit annoying is, say for instance, I'm just about to take a shot, and then you're there and you've already taken your shot, and it just cuts to the X-ray, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah. What? I'm just about to kill someone. What the fuck? Yeah. And I'm just like, all right, Paul's killing someone. That's good that he's showing me he's doing something, but I'm trying to kill this guy because otherwise shit's gonna happen. But I like that they've introduced co-op. I'm not sure if they brought co-op into the previous games, but it works out well. Yeah. I like the maps as well. The maps are nice.
Yeah, the maps are huge compared to, because as I said, I've not played like Sniper Elite 3, but I played obviously the second one. But the second one seems so much smaller than the 4th one now, because the 4th ones are just massive. Like you click on the map at the beginning of every mission and it's huge, man. And it takes you a long time to get from like one side of the map to the other as well, I think. Maybe it's too big. I
don't think there could be. It's semi-open world, but it's not because it's restricted.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I have no idea how long the game is, but it's going to take us a while to get it done, I think.
I don't think it's that long. Like, I've not seen footage of it, but I've seen, like, you know, like, playlists of people, and, like, they tend to go up to, like, part 12 or something, so I don't think it's going to be that big. There might only be, like, 12 missions or something, 10 missions. I can't remember how many was in the second one, and I don't know how many were in the third one. But yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I'm enjoying it.
We shall see. It's a good game. I think it's gonna.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I actually played it at last EGX.
Oh yeah.
Was it last EGX or was it Insomnia? One of the two.
I can't remember.
I saw
you
them mention it
last time.
and it was like 3 screens in a little booth, and it was like Sniper Elite 4, and I was like, oh shit, Sniper Elite 4.
Yeah.
So I went and checked it out, and then obviously you ended up speaking to someone there, which probably was there I'm pretty sure it was Insomnia. So yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool. But it was nothing like what I'm playing now, which is fantastic because it shows the development in the game, and etc. etc. So yeah, I can't think of any other games I've been playing recently.
Speaking of one that we wanted to play, but we've heard mixed reviews about it recently.
Oh yeah,
For Honor.
damn. Yeah, shit.
So we were gonna.
You
play
guys
that,
have seen us
we
play it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played it a lot on the open and closed beta. We played it to death. Like, I think my character got to like level 17 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the reviews of For Honor are slamming it. They are slamming the game simply because it's shitty connections and peer-to-peer systems.
Yeah. I saw this yesterday. I went on it because I just seen how much it was and whatever, and then I saw the mix and I clicked on it, and it was like however many reviews you get on like a single page before you have to click next, like all of them were thumbs down, and nearly all of them were like, why would you do P2P in 2017? You know, and it was all that stuff, which is fair enough. So people that don't know in chat, like P2P is person to person or peer to peer, right? So it's
like my connection to pools now.
Yeah. So it's not like dedicated servers like Ark and all the good old games. Remember when games used to have dedicated servers that people would rent off people, and then you'd make clans and whatever? Like that, they were the best things ever.
They were a bitch to set up,
and it's so much easier to find each other as well. Like, you just type in the name of the server, you type in the IP of the server, and then bam, you can go and game for hours. Whereas nowadays there's a lot of kind of relying on, you know, your Steam or your Origin or whatever to be working for one, and two, to make sure that you're both online, and rather than busy, or you can't appear offline in case you don't bump into certain people on your friends list or whatever. And it's just a bollock.
For Honor is okay. So if you guys have not played For Honor or haven't seen anything about it, it is a team-based game. Okay, it is a strategy team-based attack simulator, I would say, where you are one team and you try and capture zones in another. So you have zone A, B, C, or maybe D, and basically you have to capture the areas and dominate the battlefield and take over the other team, basically. It's not a lane-driven game. However, it takes lane aspects, as in you have attacks, defense, and specials and stuff. Now, each character is differently. They have different attack types, different defense types, all sorts. Okay, so I reckon Ubisoft were trying to make a game that was meant to be MLG capable. Okay, and I think For Honor was going to do that because your team has to be on point to be able to win. Mm-hmm. And because of this peer-to-peer stuff, it's completely knackered the prospects of it. Like, completely. I don't think it's ever going to be anywhere near as successful as it planned. The game itself looks brilliant. The ideology behind it is fantastic. Yeah, it's just really badly executed, like catastrophically badly executed. And basically, all the reviews, as Paul's saying, thumbs down, negative. It says it's got a toxic community where people just spam attack, which obviously isn't the idea of sword art play, if you see what I mean. And basically people were saying they had way much more fun on the betas than they did when it was released because
that was another thing as well. Yeah,
it was controlled.
Yeah,
which is sad because I mean the game is £42.
as a game, it's really, really good as well. Like it's so unique, it's unbelievable. Like the only other thing I can compare it to, and I only played it like a little bit, was like Chivalry. Did you ever play that?
Yeah, but that is a
but the
wrecked
combat's
game anyway.
completely different. Yeah. But I mean, like, it was kind of like the same as, like, it was, you had to pick your moments before you strike an enemy, and you have to like block and whatever. But yeah, like the mechanics of it was so good, and it had so much hype behind it, especially when it, well, as far as I can tell, especially when it got first released. Yeah, like everyone was like, "Oh, what is this game? It's like never been done before. What are these little like symbol things at the bottom? You need to match up your analog stick to theirs, and blah blah blah." And then when the beta came out, I thought it was a really, really good game.
I loved it. I was completely
did exactly
convinced
what
I was
they said they were
going
going to do. Yeah, it wasn't like one of these games where they promised all this and then you only got like that. Like, they delivered on everything that they promised them, as far as I'm concerned, in terms of like combat and stuff. But it's just such a
another big naughty
another
big naughty of Ubisoft regarding For Honor is the initial original trailer. I can't believe I said the original trailer revealed footage of characters that aren't in the original release.
Yeah, but that's just Ubisoft, isn't it? Though that's
Ubisoft being dickheads.
That's typical E3 Ubisoft.
Yeah, not even E3, mate. Official trailer of For Honor. You see a sumo wrestler and a knight with a poleaxe, which are not characters in the game as of yet.
Wow.
Which you're like, why put that shit in there?
Yeah.
And don't put it in your initial release. Yeah. I've got to pay another £25 for a sumo.
It's money, isn't it? And you're just like, it's money. It's money, bro. It's money, bro. That's another thing that's irked me as well, is like paid DLC and shit. Paid DLC and early access games. Remember when you used to get a game that was complete?
Yeah, like
remember
Witcher
when you used
3?
to get a game that was like everything was in the box, and then you didn't have to download anything, you didn't have to get anything else, you didn't have to download it to the game console, you didn't have to do anything like that. It was just whatever. When you got the box, you got the CD in the box, you were guaranteed that there was a finished article in that box.
Well, I mean, if they're going to advertise DLC on their initial release, that's misleading. I'm sorry. You don't show content that's going to be released 6 months later in your initial trailer of the game. Like, that's just a big no-no. You can't imagine if you were Final Fantasy 15, okay, and you released footage of, I don't know, I'm just making this up, okay, like you playing as another character, okay, and you have a whole new storyline, okay, and that's not in the original release, an original trailer, TV trailer, by the way, not even like a expo trailer. That is completely bullshitting. And like the amount, I mean, look at what happened to No Man's Sky, telling me that I'm going to be able to do all this, and then it just got destroyed.
Yeah,
it's naughty, and Ubisoft are a big company, and they should know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But talking about Ubisoft, another beta that I played, Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Oh yeah. This is all you, mate, because I've not played it yet.
This game, all right. I don't know if anyone's played the original and previous Ghost Recons. Nah, Tom Clancy's basically Ghost Recon. They were amazing. It was like SOCOM style. It was like sneaky. It was tactical.
Yeah.
This now is like, dare I say it, like Far Cry with friends.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
that's disappointing.
It is the open world aspect is amazing. Like the scenery is good, the height, the levels, the weather effects, stuff like that are brilliant. Okay, but the game is a tactical shooter, and you cannot control how your teammates move. You can't command them to do anything. So I'm playing on my own. I've got a squad of 4 and my character. I can do everything with my character. I don't need the other 3 people there at all. Yeah. I can't command them to hold or interrogate and attack. I can't do anything like that.
Yeah.
They're just there. Yeah. And I'm like, why? Why? This is a tactical shooter. Whatever. Yeah. The only way that's good is when you have 4 friends. I mean, I know, but there's a stretch. But this day and age, getting 4 friends online at the same time with a good connection is pretty hard.
Yeah.
And that's the only way the game for me is good. However, like the shooting aspect of the game is good. The guns on it are good. The AI of the enemy is absolutely chocolate teapot. It's ridiculous. Okay, you could you could walk up to a wall, blow up the wall, and they'll have no idea you're there.
Right, yeah. But it is.
Another-
But don't forget, it was a beta though. It was a beta.
It was a beta,
right?
but one thing that cracked me up the best. Okay, this is the best part of the beta. Right, this is how brilliant this is. All right, you have a deer's head mounted onto a wall. All right, you put your thermal optic on. It shows the deer's still alive in thermal. All right, but it's dead. It's bust on the wall. All right,
It's ghost, mate.
It's glowing red, and you're like, hold on, what the fuck? There's like a deer's head in the game. What the fuck is going on? And I was just like, oh, come on now, really?
Yeah.
Hopefully that gets fixed. Hopefully it'll be a little bit nicer. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good game to play with friends. I think it was like I'm gonna say South American rather than say Mexico.
Yeah.
Region that you're in is nice.
Mm-hmm.
There is a much bigger, vaster map that I would love to explore, just not on my own. I mean, I got free access to that as well. So
When does it come out?
I think it's out pretty soon.
Well, like March-ish.
Yeah, I think it might. Well, quite a lot's coming out in March.
Nice. Oh yeah, Outlast is coming out in March.
Outlast.
No,
has
April.
been announced.
April.
Yeah. So,
My bad.
Outlast 2 has now officially been had a release date. Which, yes, before you guys both ask, we will be doing streams of it. Okay, like very, very much so. I actually booked the day off today to do the stream for it. Yeah, 25th of April, Outlast 2 is out. So we will be getting that.
Wildlands is out now, apparently.
Oh, is it? No,
Wow,
very
so-
soon then. But yeah, Outlast 2 looks incredible. Probably going to scare the shit out of me. I might do an ASMR run of it just for fun. But no. But yeah, Outlast 2, guys, 100% happening.
Did you play the demo?
Nope.
No, never did I.
But
I heard and saw it was good though. Yeah.
I heard that the demo has nothing to do with the game, which is
Yes.
a feature I'm starting to love.
Yes. Yeah. Me and you
Because
both.
Red
Me and you
7
both.
did that, didn't they? Or
Yeah.
was it
Well,
some...
yeah, no, like there was a so Resident Evil 7, like the demo had a videotape in it that you can watch that had been like previously recorded by a news crew. The news crew tied into the main game, and you watched the same video clip in the actual main game, because it was like giving you tips about, if you'd never played the demo, then you wouldn't know how to find a lever to open like the doorway to help you progress, kind of thing. So basically the whole video was just to show you where this lever was, but in the actual demo you could use that as like a back in time time traveling experience, i.e. if you opened a cupboard when you were the camera guy, then it would be open when you your guy in the present time,
Alright.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But in the actual game, as far as I know, like there was nothing that had nothing to do with it. All the video clip in the main game was just to tell you how to progress by opening a secret passageway door thing. So, but that was like pretty much like the only thing. Obviously, the mechanics and stuff were the same, and the layout of the house were the same. But in terms of the other stuff, there was like different alternate endings with different characters and stuff. So I think you kind of got to know the characters a little bit. Like Jack Baker was in the demo, I think, who was the main bad guy in the game. But yeah, no, it was the same like with PT. Like PT was going to be a playable teaser for Silent Hills before that got taken off the market and whatever. So they kind of like started it all, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I think it's a good idea for people to do that.
I do. I think it's a good little pilot tester.
Yeah,
Of the game rather
you get
than
to
ruining
you get to know
actual content.
because you get to know the mechanics of the game. You get to know how it's gonna work out. You get to kind of like get the feel of it, but then actually not get anything spoiled. Because a lot of demos used to be part of the actual game. Because I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 2 was a big one where you'd play like literally the first half an hour of the actual game, and then it ended when you stepped through a door, kind of thing. But then you got the game like a month later, and you had to do all that again. And then you get through you step through the door, and then the game continues, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I would think with this, because you could get for the teaser demo thing for Resident Evil 7, you could easily get 4 or 5 hours out of it just for that, for getting all the different endings and all the parts that you can explore and stuff. So yeah, no, I think it's definitely a good idea, and I hope it's something that you see more of in the future. Because I think it's good. I think it's just a genuinely good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fantastic. I mean, Res 7 did it. Outlast 2 did it. I'm hoping more games in the future will do it. Yeah, I mean,
I think it's either going to be that, or it's going to go down the avenue of just doing beta, like Wildlands and like For Honor and whatever. I think you're going to get, obviously, I think beta is more of a multiplayer kind of game.
I don't even think of that, mate. I think really, we'll get into this now, okay? Because it's going to happen eventually.
We're going to get into it, kids.
It's not the developer's fault. If everyone thinks that it's developers' fault that a game is released in alpha stage or beta stage,
it's got to be some of it. Wrong. It's got to be. Hang on a minute.
No,
what about indie developers? What about people like DayZ? What about?
Okay, but if you're releasing a game like Wildland, like okay, For Honor released in beta, like complete or something like that. Okay, it's completely game released in beta. Right, the people that are doing it are the fat cats that want to make money off the game. All right, that's what they want to do. They want to get paid.
No. I think you're not getting the difference between an early access and a beta.
No, I'm all about early access. Me. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. But For Honor wasn't early access, was it?
No, it was an example. Say if For Honor was released in early access and it was a paid early access. Okay, like Conan at the moment.
Yeah. No, I hate games developer, like that. Yeah, right?
Yeah. It's more of a small time developer. But if it was a big company releasing an early access game, fully fledged, £40, I don't think you get that though. That's what I mean. I don't think like big developers will do that because they'll get slated for it. And I understand why indie developers do it, because they get money cash in hand right there and then, and they can use it to develop the game. But there's no contract that they sign, or there's no contract that they get the players to sign to say, you give us like 40 quid now, and then there'll be a finished game in 3 years. Look at DayZ, man. DayZ came out like 3 years ago. You paid 20 quid or whatever, and there's still no end game as far as I can tell. Tell me in chat if I'm wrong. But as far as I know, they've hardly done any. There's been updates and stuff every once in a while throughout the whole 3 years. Again, I'm not an avid player of it, but I'm just going off things that I've heard. But like in terms of updates and whatever, they've hardly added anything. They've added maybe like a few more gear packs and weapons and whatever. But in terms of like an end game or a finished article, like there's still bugs in it, there's still glitches in it and stuff. And that was an indie game, I think, as far as I know. I don't think it's like a AAA developer behind that or a publisher behind that. So there's no kind of definite full game that you're gonna get. Like Conan might be a bit different because it's a named title, and maybe because it's a named title and they've got the rights for it, and it is like being used by a big publisher and a developer, then maybe they'll be forced to kind of finish it off. And especially that's the vibe I'm getting right now. If what you say is accurate in terms of like they're working around the clock and they interact with you on Twitter and blah blah blah, then that's a healthier early access in my opinion. But games as
like
Rob's saying in my chat, it's not developers deciding when the game's released, it's the publishers who decide. It's the publishers who set the due date for the game to be playable and sent out, and it's them who want their money quicker. I bet you if we had a publisher here and a developer here, and I asked the developer, "Are you happy that this game has been released now?" He would say, "I'm just saying he would say no," and this publisher would be like, "But I want my money." How are we going to fund your development and stuff? That's exactly the conversation.
But then playing devil's advocate to that is that not maybe the developer trying too much with like a little time span then? Hey, like say I give you rights to the guy's
job. He needs to do it in a certain amount of time to get paid, and that's probably what's happening.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, say I'm like I'm the publisher and you're the developer, right? And I give you rights to, I don't know, like Alien. I give you the Alien franchise, right? And I give you 2 years to do a game, yeah. then if you're spending, if you get like a year and a half into that and you go, oh, we're not going to be able to get it in time, does that not mean that you've done more stuff than you probably should have done? Like, maybe you've like overestimated the time it would take you for you to have X, Y, and Z mechanic in it, and do you know what I mean? Like, so I get it. I'm always on like the developer's side and stuff, but then is there not like a point where they're trying too much with early access games, and then maybe the developer goes, right, we need to kind of stop now, like we need to have like an end date, and then because they've added too much in it, then they can't reach the deadline in time. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying,
but
we're not gonna be able to change it. The only way we could change it is if we boycott everything, and I'm pretty
that's
sure
it. Though. That's exactly it. Like,
millions of us are not gonna do that.
The reason why this is as it is today is because there's so many people that have bought into the idea of, oh yeah, early access, I can get it early. So what if it's not finished, blah, blah, blah. And then, 100,000 people do that. And then all the developers go, okay, this is a great idea. Or other publishers or whatever go, oh yeah, this is a great idea. We'll do this as well, kind of thing, And other than going cold turkey on it, I don't think there's any other way of stopping it. It's the same with DLC. Like, people go, you can have X, Y, and Z if you pay an extra 30 quid. Not everyone wants to do it, and it's not fair on other people that don't have 30 quid, especially if it's paid to win. But because so many people have done it in the past, like, people will start doing it. Like, I remember when the new Deus Ex game came out, didn't it have something like, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't it have something like pay X amount of money and it can be released early or something like that? And then luckily, thank God, not like everyone was kind of like complaining about it, and then that never happened. But if that took off, then that could have been a new thing that came into fruition.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
In the next years. Now what?
Thanks so much for the follow, but I have no idea why these fucking stream jars and shit are going off. Sorry, guys. Carry on. Repeat what you're saying.
Just turn them off, bro. So you need to do.
Can't. I literally have deactivated them all on the podcast, and they're still coming through.
Have you deactivated them on the website as well?
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what voodoo bullshit is going on right now, guys. But it is so loud. Everyone in my Kyra especially, is just wetting herself. So I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, fuck's sake. I'm just gonna use your
focus.
Just gonna use your highlight, bro.
Mate, that's fine. That's cool. It's fine.
But yeah, I get what you mean. I hate it that it happens, and fuck it. There's not really much we can do about it, really.
Well, there isn't, unless everyone boycotts it, but that's never going to happen because there's always going to be the rich people that want it quicker, and there's always going to be, like, the impatient people that want it quicker and blah, blah, blah. So it's never going to happen. But it's just unfortunate that, like, it worked for one person, so when everyone else jumps on the bandwagon and, like, everyone else will start releasing their games like that, and it's just a shame, I think.
Yeah.
It's the general
idea.
It is a shame.
It's
Either that, or you do it, but then you lower the price tag. Like, there's no way there's no way in anyone's right mind that you should be charging 40 quid for an early access game, especially when there's no definite as to whether it's gonna come out and finish. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Watch this space, I guess.
Watch this space. Moving on. New arrivals. We obviously touched on Outlast 2. Horizon Zero Dawn has finally landed on our laps.
Yes, and I really want to play it. I'm just waiting for it to get delivered. Well, you
delivered
though,
by
right?
donkey from the UK to your location.
That is what it is, right? So, for those of you that don't know, chat, get this, right? So, I'm in Narnia right now. Everyone knows that. So, I checked on the Narnian gaming website, and it's 120 right? Which is what they use for currency over here, right? So then you go onto Google and you do like the whole currency translator and stuff, and it turns out that it's £68, right, for Horizon Zero Dawn. So I was thinking the other day, there's got to be a cheaper alternative to this and blah, 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 and they don't have Amazon over here and blah, 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 so I can't get it off that. So then I found a website that's based in the UK that ships specifically over here to Narnia, and it turned out it was like 40 odd quid plus postage and packaging and shit. So I'm now getting it shipped from the UK all the way over here so I can play it on my UK PS4. But the only downside to that is it's going to take about a week or so to get here. But I mean, you know, hopefully it'll still be popular in a week. Otherwise, I'll just be playing a really unpopular game for 4 people. But that's fine. But yeah, no, I'm itching to play it. I didn't think I would be itching to play it, but I've heard really good stuff about it. Because I was on the fence because I've kind of the same things as what you were thinking. I think in the fact that the combat might get really old really quick. So I was kind of like on the fence about it, but now I've heard like really good reviews about it. I've heard really good stuff about it.
I've heard really mixed reviews about it. So yeah, and I'm like still swaying on a knife edge. What I think, my first initial opinion of the game is graphically lush. Like I got the same feeling when I loaded Skyrim up, and that is a big thing for me to say. It is amazing. It looks good. However, I could see it getting a little bit repetitive. Like I'm playing on hard mode and I'm already surviving like pretty well, and I'm like, yeah, stuff's gonna get harder on because I haven't progressed more than like 3 missions in. Yeah. But it's nice. I'm just worried that it's gonna get a bit samey. And I'm not gonna lie, it actually wanted me to play a Far Cry game. I know I've said Far Cry a lot in this episode, but it's pretty much the baby maker of a lot of games. And this, especially because Far Cry Primal was just released, is very similar to this post-apocalypse version when nature's taken the world back.
Yeah. So what is it that's repetitive about it? Is it just the combat, or is it kind of like Assassin's Creed, like where you've got to go to this person, get a mission, and go to that person, do it, and then go backwards and forwards and whatever? Or is it just purely the combat kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, but it's very awkward for me to say because I said I'm gonna have a little mess around stream. 6 hours later, I was still streaming,
right? And
I haven't progressed. I've done nothing. I've killed a few robots. I've killed a few animals and that's delivered them. That's it. But the game, it looks amazing. Like, and everywhere you can see, you can go. And there's some stuff that I've seen in the game, which I'm not going to break, which looks pretty decent.
Right.
I like the integration of technology and tribal, which is a really nice feature, which you're instantly brought into. It's like straight away into the game. You're like, what the hell's going on here?
I've also heard that you don't get that much of a tutorial in terms of how to kill certain enemies. Is that right?
No.
Like there's specific ways about how to kill enemies by like going for specific parts of the body or whatever. But apparently the one reviewer that I was watching, or the first impressions guy that I was watching, Jim Sterling, he was saying that like you don't get any kind of like tutorial or any kind of like holding hands kind of brief into like how you kill these people. It's just kind of like, oh, that's kind of like glowing, or that's out in the open, that looks like a vital organ, I'm going to aim an arrow or a spear or whatever it is to get it.
It's highlighted, which is the vital organ.
Yeah.
So once you hit that vital organ, the beast is, I say beast in the loosest term, it's actually a mechanized robot. Is weakened, and then you can hurt it and kill it. That's pretty much it. That's it, really, mate. But like later on, I'm wanting it to get better. I want it to get more in depth. Obviously, I want the creatures to get bigger because I want to see a fucking Transformer T-Rex thing coming at me. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to get attacked by something, not like a little compy, chewy thing.
Yeah, something that you have to like climb, like Shadow of the Colossus kind of thing.
Yeah, like
where you've got to like work it in stages and stuff. Like get on his leg and then get on his like back and then climb up a little bit and stuff.
Yeah, like I want stuff like that. That's I bet. Hey, is it gonna do it? I'm not sure.
Who knows?
We'll have to find out.
Who knows?
But it looks good. It's expensive though. Which most games are starting to turn out a little bit more, but obviously that's because of the way the world we live in, I suppose. Really,
console games are so expensive nowadays, man, aren't they? Like I'm pretty certain, like when Xbox 360 and the PS3 were like the next generation, like the next generation console, like when they just came out, basically, I'm pretty certain they weren't like this expensive for this amount of time, if you know what I mean. Like they were like the games were expensive when they first came out, but then I'm pretty certain after that they kind of dipped back to like 40 quid or whatever, you know.
Well, the thing that's weird is I think Aaron and Rob are touching it in my channel is discs. what the is the point in a disc these days?
No, exactly. Yeah. I didn't get that because obviously I just got a PS4 like before Christmas, like for Black Friday. I got mine, and I think I had to message you. I had to message Aaron or someone. I was like, why do I have to I have to download it to my console, but I've got a disc.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of that?
It's like a permit that allows you to play it.
Yeah. It's like
Ridiculous.
a CD key in it, I guess. It's like proof that you've purchased it or at least borrowed it or whatever. But then you try and buy it off the internet, like the PSN network or the Xbox Live version or whatever, and it's so expensive on that. It's more to buy the CD, like to download it digitally, than actually get a solid copy in your hand. Which is something that I've missed from playing PC for God knows how long. Is that I miss having that disc in the case on your shelf, because it feels like your money's gone towards something rather than just a few words on Steam. But yeah, I mean, it's so expensive, like 45 quid, 50 quid or something nowadays in England. So that's like what, $80-$90 or something, I think, in US terms and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
There are another couple of games.
Like Resident Evil 7, like that was a new game and whatever, and it was like the same 40, 45 quid, 50 quid or whatever, and it's only 8 hours. It's only an 8 hour game.
Well, Res is.
It took me about 8 hours to complete. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, you can probably extend it to maybe like 10, 11 if you crawl everywhere or if you search every nook and cranny of the house, and you take your time with it. But I'm pretty certain it took me about 8 hours.
I know Aaron completed it in 3 hours and 55 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. Like people are doing it like in 2 hours, 3 hours or whatever as a speed run, yeah. But paying 40 quid for that, and then you pay an extra 30 odd quid or whatever for DLC on top of that to extend the games. Like it's like 100 quid for.
That's why people will get a cracking games, man. Like people are cracking games so you can play games like top rate games for nut buttons and. Yeah. It's wrong, but I see why they get it. Oh, 3 hours 32 we did in, which is fucking amazing, by the way, mate. Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah.
Another couple of games coming up, which are actually released now. There's one called Neo and one called Nia. One is a samurai dungeon style game. The other is a fucking beautiful game, my friend. You might not have known about this, but this has all originated from a game called Nier, Nier, on the PS3 and Xbox. It was a cult hit, and the story is humans build artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence then tries to kill the humans. Humans move to the moon, build super artificial intelligence that are sent back to Earth to take back Earth for the humans.
So they don't learn their lesson the first time; they do it again.
Well, this is the beautiful thing about it. Nier, the game called Nier. Okay, the new one's called Nier Automatica, Automata or something like that. The original Nier is how the war happened. Okay, now the game is designed for you to play it multiple times. Okay. You have a different story every time you play it.
Okay, right, nice.
So you play it once, you complete it. And then most of the time you're like, I'll complete it, done. No, these games say play it again, you have a different story. Play it again, you'll have a different story or a different section of stories.
Okay.
Now these stories come in different timelines, okay, which are different periods of the war. Right?
Nice. Right, okay.
That's game one. Game 2 that has just been released by Platinum Games. Platinum Games is one of the most visually beautiful developers out there. If you don't know who they are, they did Metal Gear Rising, Metal Gear Solid 3, loads of other stuff. Have a look. The new one is where you are now an android coming to Earth to take back the destroyed Earth by the machines. Okay? You should be following me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Nier Automata is...
Just need to play it, but go on.
It's ridiculous. It takes the idea of a game out of a game, and it makes you think that this is really hard for me to explain. Everything in the game is explained. Like every single thing, it's explained that why you have a sound menu. It explains why you have a battle attack, why you have like a blindfold over your face, why you are an android, like and stuff like that. Now these androids are designed not to have any emotion. However, all they do is express emotion, and it's a constant story in your head that you are trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
It is incredible. Like the fighting in it is sublime. Okay. Even if you don't care for the story, it's still a good story. Okay. If you like the story, it is the mutt's nuts.
Yeah.
And I think it's fantastic. And it has exactly the same principle. You complete the game, then you complete the game again with a different story, which unlocks a character of the past or the future, depending on your outcomes of the first playthrough. It is just constantly evolving. It's fantastic. Like, I can't wait to get it. It is released in Japan at the moment. It will not be released in UK for a while, and it will not be released on PC for even longer, simply because they initially messed up the release. Some guy apparently misprinted it on the release advert, which is bullshit. But Kyra, 3 days. 3 days it comes to the PS4 in UK. So if you want a game which doesn't treat it like a game, which takes like severe like overthinking about stuff, get it, because I've been watching Excessive Profanity play it. He's been playing it for a good week, solid, and it's beautiful. Try it out. Have a little Google. Have a little look at it.
Yeah, I would.
The other game about Neo is you are a samurai ninja. I don't know what the correct term for that is. And you were fighting demons. Kind of like Dark Souls, but the only reason it's been compared to Dark Souls is this follows a similar concept of you save and all the enemies come back. You collect chi off the dead demons. But that's meant to be a pretty good game as well. Not really one for me because I'm not really a dungeon explorer. But yeah, there's some good games coming out. I mean, March is meant to be a bit of a release date. As well, some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, man, it's a good year for games. Or it's a good 6 months for games. I think the first half of 2017 is going to be awesome. I think. But yeah, we'll just see. I'm hoping that they'll all be good, but I mean, with shit like For Honor and whatever, people are saying it's not. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But to be honest, other than Outlast 2, Wildlands, obviously For Honor's already out. But other than that, I don't really know what other kind of AAA big games are coming out. Other than Wildlands. I don't know if I've said that or not. This is the part where Ryan Googles kids, just to see. Yeah, man. But I mean, it's already been a good year so far for games, in my opinion.
Oh. Here are all the video games releases in 2017 from, oh my god, the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I've not got any experience in that, so no.
No?
We can talk about it, but I mean, I've no.
I don't know what.
I've heard it's had a little bit of a, like, there's been some people that have got it that it's not working properly and stuff because obviously it's a launch title. I've heard people saying that they should wait to get it till they improve it a little bit or whatever, which is the same with every new console, though, isn't it? Which is the same with every new console. Every new console that comes out, like the first few months is always kind of like the teething problems, and then they get like the next batch that come out are like the better versions or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know much about it, to be honest.
No, I don't know. And I've never played Zelda, which is quite embarrassing.
You've never played Zelda? Wow.
Never played a Zelda game. No.
I think the Zelda on the Nintendo 64, the Ocarina of Time or whatever. I think that was a really good game. That's up there for me of one of the best games that I've ever played, I think. And then he brought out The Wind Talker or something, which was like the next one that they brought out, but I think I don't know how it worked, but I think there was a time limit in the game or something. Like you could only play it a certain amount of time, or I don't know like the full logistics of it. But this one apparently I think has been given pretty good reviews so far. I think again I don't really know much about it because I've not got the console kind of thing. But I do know one thing. I was driving in the car the other day over here in Narnia, and one person on the radio said that when the Switch came, it was like the day before the Switch was coming out or something, and apparently the Switch brought out the console. And they brought out a game for the console that was too big to fit on the console. So the console is like 32 gig of memory in like the actual thing, like 32 gigabytes of memory in the console. Like that's what comes with the game, with the console. And the game that they wanted to bring out was like something like 34 gig or something.
What?
I don't know.
Good job, Nintendo.
Exactly,
keep doing
right?
their thing.
I don't know. Like it was a release title. Again, people let me know if it's bollocks or whatever. But I heard that it was like a launch title for the Nintendo Switch was too big to play on the base game of the base system of the Switch. So obviously it forces people to buy an SSD card or whatever to go in it, like a memory card or whatever.
As bad as Apple, man.
But yeah, I know. But I mean, But the guy on the radio was saying that out of that 42 gig that you get, 4 gig of that at least is the operating system. So you've only really got 28 gig to play with. And then this game came out and it was like 34 gig or something. It's like, what? You can't make this shit up, man. That's crazy.
That's naughty, man. But they're going to do it because they're probably going to release a special Nintendo fucking Switch SD card, aren't they? Or some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ay. March, Mass Effect has been released. I just remembered that.
I want to maybe play that one because apparently it's got nothing. Apparently it's I think it's on the same time. Nate said something like this about the other day, but I don't really listen to him, so it's fine. But I think he was saying that it kind of like it runs on the same timeline as the other 3, but it's got nothing to do with the other 3, if you know what I mean. So brand new players.
Well, I heard.
Brand new players
that it has everything to do with the other 3.
Right, okay. Well then, spank my ass and call me Susie. I don't know anything.
Community is Aaron or Little Crack Fox. She and he are Mass Effect hordes. They love it.
Right.
Well, actually, I don't know if Aaron is, but I definitely know Little Crack Fox is. Basically, it's Andromeda. I don't know. I've never played. I played Mass Effect 1 and hated it.
Apparently the story continues, so maybe I won't play it unless I can play the other 3.
I've heard that your actions affect Andromeda, but I don't know if the Andromeda is before the war or after the war or something. But
in which case, why?
One of the games, if someone dies in the game, that person won't appear in Andromeda.
Right.
In your previous saves, but I don't know how that works because your previous saves are on a different console. But hey, that's just my lack of knowledge. It might be in the cloud or something like that, or it might be in your UB account or whatever it is.
Right, basically, chat has no idea. Okay. So someone says the story continues, and then some other person says it comes. It's set 100 years after the second Mass Effect in a new galaxy. And then I've got someone else that says isn't it the same main character, right? Which I don't think it is. And then Kerry says it's in a parallel, it's in a parallel universe, so you can play it even without playing the other 3. So if that's the case, then I'll probably give it a go.
Okay.
Because I played a bit of the first one, but I never really got into it, and then obviously from then I never got the second one and third one. But I've heard that they're really good games and they're amazing games, but I just never got into them. But having said that, your actions in the previous games will affect the story in the next games. Right, but are we just talking about the last 3? Or are we talking about Andromeda in that as well?
Play at your own whatever it is,
I might just jump in it. I might just stream it and then people can explain to me what the hell is going on. If it is that, because if it's out while I'm over here and I want to play it, then I'll be streaming it anyway. So then people can actually, tell me what the hell's going on, kind of thing. But yeah, so that's coming out in March, did you say?
Yeah.
Good. Cool. So you got March, Mass Effect, and then April is Outlast 2. Any other big games apart from Wildlands? coming out? Do we know?
Not that I can see. Lego. Have you seen Lego Worlds? Have you heard of this?
No.
Lego Worlds, mate. It's like a massive open sandbox simulator where you are Lego people and you build houses out of Lego. You build like little cars out of Lego, like communities, like villages and cities, planes, everything. I literally just want to play it. I just don't ever want to stop playing it. I don't have to tread on any bits of shit on my feet. It sounds amazing.
You don't have to put it all away after you've finished it. Yeah.
I don't have to clean it up. I just save, close window, done. You know, it looks amazing and it's cheap as well. Apparently it's pretty darn cheap. It looks pretty awesome. Nice. I think that's pretty much it from new arrivals. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. We were pretty shitty prepared for the podcast, but I think we've done quite well. Community wise, so we've made a Discord channel. It's called the Dysfunctional Discord. It's a place where you guys don't have to just come to streams and videos and stuff to speak and get to know each other. It's a place where you guys we can form a community because yes, I have my own community, Paul has his own community, vice versa, but you know, it's a place where we're happy to share. I wouldn't say share actually, or let both communities just communicate really. It's a place where that's pretty much it, narrowed down.
Ran's put the link down in the chat, by the way, as well, kids. So if you've got Discord or you want to join, then you just click that link, and then you just make an account or whatever, and then you download it for your mobile/desktop thing, and then you're good to go. Sorry, mate, continue.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's a place where we can all get. There are rules, obviously, like stuff like that. But if you do want to join it, as I said, Ran's just put it in the Discord. I'll put it in my Twitch chat as well. And yeah, it's basically stuff where we can organize future stuff. I mean, we have other things in the pipeline as well, but we don't want to basically bite off more than we can chew at the moment because we've had experiences of doing that already. Yeah. So yeah, we just want to create a place where you guys can reach out to us if you need to, or speak to a community that's willing to help you out, and that's all there. Future things from us is I am attending EGX this year in September. I believe by the raised arms and pointing to his head that he is also. So we will be there. I will be there for the full 4 days. Bearing in mind, I'm not a performing monkey. I do want to give you guys some information on games and stuff, so I will be playing some of them. But that doesn't mean I won't obviously stop and come and see you guys and do whatever you want, like within reason. That sounds pretty risky, but I take that back. Jump cut.
Edit that out. Edit that, Dave.
Edit that out, lad.
Edit that out.
So yeah, there'll be like drinks and like meals and stuff like that.
There'll be multiple drinks.
Yeah, and I'll be documenting the thing as well with some high tech.
I think I might do it as well, and I might go live a few times while I'm there on the phone. On the phone now. Yeah, so you can find us if you want. You can live stream from YouTube now. Yeah.
You can also do it on your phone.
Yeah,
with Twitch. You can stream a phone as well. So I think we might have to do that. Yeah. I think we might have to do that. We'll stream each other's stream whilst we're streaming. Streamception.
Streamception. Bloody hell, mate. Yeah.
So yeah, like usually this time we open up to the flow. Any questions? Fuse Honcho is asking you, Paul, what's the next horror game you're going to play? Well, I'm pretty sure I know that.
It will be the Resident Evil DLC, but then actual game-wise, it will be Outlast 2. Outlast 2.
Yeah, Outlast 2. What else? What else are we going to do? I can't think of anything else. Anyone got any more questions they want to ask us? From Paul's and my chat.
You can give us an update about what games we can expect from you in the next few weeks.
From me?
In the future? Yeah. If you get anything. Are we getting For Honored? Because I think you mentioned in one of my live streams the other day that you were going to get it this weekend. But now that you've seen all the reviews and shit,
mate,
are we going to postpone it or what?
I don't know. I'm definitely not going to buy it at face value.
It'll be alright if Ubisoft got back to me, the bastards. But I don't think they like us. To be fair, I don't think they like anyone. To be honest.
Yeah. Oh, Origin have got a sale on at the moment.
Yeah, apparently someone's just put in my chat, Angry Badger, glad you could join us, mate. Yeah, Dan's just said that Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are dirt cheap on Origin, by the way.
I just returned Titanfall 2.
75% off. Really?
You should get it, though.
Doing that, man.
You should get it
stop doing that,
because
lad.
it was on console, mate. It was on console. That's why
okay.
now I've got HZD. Oh, Gibbon Dragon. Big man Gibbon. Thank you, bro. Shadow of Mordor 2.
Yes, when we spoke about that the other day, I downloaded it on my Steam and I want to stream it so bad, but I'm just not going around doing it yet.
Gibbon, thank you very much. Shadow of Mordor 2. Oh, boy, I'm excited. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man.
That is 100% being bought. That's
I want
almost
to complete the first one
as
first.
Crash Bandicoot being bought.
Yeah,
it
man.
looks so good.
I want to play the first one and complete the first one before the second one. So that's something that I'll be streaming in the next few days, probably, chat. There's just going to be a lot of streaming for me while I'm over here, I think. Which is good, but it's kind of not the same thing. I'm trying to get video. This is the section where we're talking about what we're going to do, right? Because I've just declared it. So, yeah. So expect a lot more live streamings from me, which I like because I get to interact with all of you guys and stuff. Not so much Rainbow Six. Like Rainbow Six might be still on the horizon for the next few weeks, like the next few days or a week or whatever, but then I do want to kind of like stream other stuff as well. Like, so I've got like Fallout 4 I want to do. We're obviously streaming the Sniper Elite 4, and then I make that into videos for YouTube. And then I want to do the new Shadow of Mordor. I'll probably be live streaming. Well, I will be live streaming the Resident Evil DLC. Probably maybe start live streaming Outlast. And then when I get home, then I'll continue it as maybe a normal series kind of thing, or I might just postpone it until I get back. But yeah, it's just when you run a YouTube channel or any business or whatever, not that it's a business or whatever. It's all about adapting. So I think these are the cards that I've got at the moment. So you've got to do as well as you can with the situation that you're in, you know. But yeah, we'll see. Will I stream Wildlands? I just saw that, Sam. Probably, maybe, yes. If I'll get it if other people get it, because as we've talked about it, it's probably gonna be a bit crap when you're just on your own. So yeah, man. So that's my scenario right now. Don't know what you've got going on over there, lad. You seem to be doing a lot more streaming now, which you've been doing for the last few months. And then you upload it to YouTube as a finished video on demand thing?
Yeah, man. I've been doing shitloads. I've been streaming shitloads. I've been trying to get a regular schedule on the go. I've just been doing loads, really. ASMR Doom. I've just been. Do you know what? I've actually kind of scrapped my theory on how I want to treat the community. I want to have a community that like me. So I've decided to just be me on stream. So mine is a little bit more adult-ish compared to your kind of style. But I think that's mainly because I don't have to worry about infringement and stuff like that because it's on Twitch. So I'm a little bit more safe and I have a little bit more freedom, whereas you are to a broader public, which is kind of good because it means we're kind of different. So yeah, stuff like the ASMR Doom, the drinking alien game, it's it's all good. I mean, I'm going to continue to do stuff like that in the future. It's just money, really. With the house being in development, that's when I'm getting married. That's where all my money goes, really. It comes into my bank and goes straight out to something else. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and on that note, I think that's probably really a good time to end it because I can't think of anything more to say.
No, unless we open it up to chat again for a little bit.
Does chat have any questions for us?
I think Anne asked me if I'm thinking about getting the. Anne is, by the way, from China with Love. He's a good friend of mine. Go and check him out if you wish. He does China vlogs. He's really good. Any of you thinking of getting the Switch, and what are your thoughts about it? So we kind of touched upon it a little bit. I don't know much about it other than like the design of it kind of thing, and the fact that it was a little bit broken. I might get it one day when it comes down in price, but I won't get it like this year, I don't think. And in terms of doing videos and stuff on it, then I'll probably just be streaming it on Twitch because YouTube and Nintendo just don't work together because they're bastards and they want you to sign an agreement and stuff and take half your money. So So that's my personal opinion. If I do get it, maybe I'll have to wait a long time until I do get one, and it'll just be live streaming rather than videos. Unless I, as I've said, give half my money over to them. What about you, Sweet Pea?
There's no chance I'm buying a Nintendo. The only thing I'm gonna get is the USB, the micro SNES. Maybe. You heard about this? Like the mini SNES that plays like all the classics.
The new one that came out. Yeah, the new one that they're bringing out. Yeah, I remember. I think Aaron told me about that quite a while ago, or you might have told me about it. Someone told me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's only it. But then again, money. That's it. That's the only thing, really. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Cool.
So I think that's probably a good place to end the streams and videos there. These will be immediately uploaded to channels. I don't need any editing or anything like that. So this will be highlighted on my channel and uploaded to the YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure this will go straight into Paul's channel once he uploads and changes the fact that it says 2 noobs playing Rainbow Six Siege.
I actually did change that. I don't know why it's not, because I did full on change it. I put it 2 idiots talking about crap, probably, or something like that, I think. What did I put it as? 2 idiots do a podcast, I called it. And then I also put the Dysfunctional podcast next to it, you see. So, that's the thing. YouTube's broken. It's not me, okay? YouTube's broken. Yeah, are you going to bed now, or are you going to maybe do a live stream, or should we do something together?
No, I'm just going to chill out. I'm just going to chill out for a bit, really.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm just going to chill out. Next stream is going to be tomorrow for me. Don't know what it's going to be, but I'll tweet it out. When
are we going to do Dead Space 3, man? Because we need to fit that in around Sniper Elite 4, otherwise we're never going to complete it. Because if we only have 1 day a week when we stream like together, like our main game, which at the moment is Sniper Elite 4, when are we going to do Dead Space 3?
No idea, mate. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out.
Dead Space 3 is on the back burner, it seems like, kids. Either that or I'll play it on myself. Yeah. Play it by myself.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about that off air rather than have a discussion.
Why not, mate? Why not? Why not? I do what I want on my channel. I do what I want on my channel. Don't tell me how to live my life, bro. Don't tell me how to fucking live my life, mate. All right.
I don't know.
Right, on that note, kids, we're gonna. On that note, kids, Mum and Dad are gonna have a word.
Well, lives away, works away a lot. I don't have as much time as I would like to stream because I have a fiance that I have to see. Not have to. I want to see. So yeah, you know.
Good
she
save.
Does come
good
first.
Save. You mean before me? Wow, what a douche.
Yeah.
Right, kids. Thanks for coming out. We had a really good time. I don't know when the next one's going to be. Whether it's going to be once a month, once every 2 weeks. It depends when there's news and stuff. So we didn't really talk about news this week, which is kind of good because, you know, without news, we can still waffle on for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So with news, we can maybe go a little bit longer, but we'll see. So maybe it might be like once every 2 weeks. That was the initial plan. Many times, many moons ago, but now who knows? We'll just see. But cheers for coming out, kids, and we shall see you next time, lovelies. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, guys. See you soon. Adios.
Bye.